Good morning, everybody. Eric Croft here with Command Your Legacy, former PT struggler, 50-pound weight loss success story, and cancer survivor. Now, I just wanted to go over the word success. How do you create it? I would let you know that without work, success does not happen. That's the secret sauce in order to get success. Is you've got to work. It doesn't just come along willy-nilly. You've got to put in the effort and diligent effort in order to obtain success. I would have not created success with my PT, over struggling with my PT, without putting in the work. I had to work in order to overcome that struggle. I was continually fighting going into my PT test and not being prepared. I was fighting the scale. I was 225 pounds, barely passing the tape with military standards, and it just ended up catching up to me. I mean, it was starting to affect my career, so I had to put in the work to create the success to overcome that, which inevitably, I recovered from 2 cancer surgeries. After that success I created with overcoming my PT test. 2 major cancer surgeries. And within the year after almost to the day after my second cancer surgery, which was the most invasive, which they removed 26 lymph nodes out of my back, basically filleted me open and to remove those. Within 8 months, I was skiing in the midst of Colorado with no problem. 9 months after that, I was taking a PT test and hit 90 plus on each, or 90 plus percentage on each event. 1 year later, I actually ran a Spartan race, a stadium Spartan race. And I would have not had that success without preparing myself and putting in the work. So that's your secret to success, is the work. So I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to obtain that success and create the success, okay? So first off, you've got to start off with a series of habits. That's the very first thing. Create habits. Write them down. Look at it, what it is that you want to achieve, and create the habits that will make success inevitable, no matter what. Do the things daily that you do not want to do, but you have to do them anyways. Successful people would not be successful if they sat around listening to their feelings and not if saying they didn't feel like doing something which they know would help them obtain success. They would have to they wouldn't be successful if they just based everything on their feelings. Put your feelings aside. Know that you have to do the things that you do not want to do in order to achieve what you want to achieve. Invest in yourself more than anyone you know. That is critical. You have got to invest in yourself. That's how I overcame my PT struggle. I invested in myself, which in response to that, invested into my future and my career. And then of course, it prepared me for recovery from cancer. If you're frustrated with your results, look at your habits. Your current habits, your current results are because of the habits that you currently have. So sit back and look at those. You want to change the results that you have, if you've been getting, you have to change your habits. Because obviously, if you continue down the same road and the same habits, you can continually spin your wheels and not get the results that you want, right? I mean, that's just bottom line. Everyone wants to change the results, but not many want to change their habits to get those results. They wish and dream upon a star, wanting to get the results that they want, but in the end, it's not going to happen because they're not changing their habits. And on top of that, when you attempt to change your habits, another part of this is stop gauging yourself. Just stop gauging yourself. Dig into your habits and stop gauging it. If you're trying to lose weight, for example, get off the scale every day. I see so many people that I work with that they get on the scale every day and they gauge themselves and they get frustrated because they're not working, because it's not working, whatever they're doing. You're going to set yourself up for failure if you continue to gauge yourself. You cannot eat healthy and work out for 2 or 3 days and expect to lose 10 pounds. It's just not going to happen. We've got electrical lights in here, so they come on. Now, you have to create the consistency with your habits over time. It doesn't just happen overnight. You can't lose 10 pounds within 2 to 3 days, right? I mean, you just can't. You can't do it unless you're sick or you go on a crash diet. You've got to do it a healthy way. And 2 to 3 days, you're not going to lose 10 pounds. Look at your habits over the last 10, 12, 14 days. Okay, and if you write them down, I hope you do. If you don't have a goal sheet, start creating one and putting these habits down as part of your goals. But look at the last 10, 12, 14 days and look at your habits. Are they part of the goal you want to achieve in the end? Is that you've got to reevaluate yourself. Are you doing the things that you're supposed to be doing in order to achieve what you want to achieve? Your success is either inevitable in the end or it's doomed, guaranteed. The inevitable piece is by following those habits. By not following those habits, you're doomed. You're setting yourself up for failure. You deserve the results that you want, but you have to create the habits to get there. You deserve those results, but your habits are some of your results are some of your habits, right? Do a checkup from the neck up. That's the biggest thing you can do. Check up from the neck up. What is it in your mind that's keeping you from achieving what you want to achieve? Why are you not following those habits? Nobody's going to create any of this for you. You got to do it yourself. It's just not going to happen. Nobody's going to do it for you. It's yours to create. Look at where you were last year. You may be struggling because you were in the same spot you were last year. Don't live there. Don't live in the past. Don't live where you're at. Don't sit there and stare at the habits and the goal that you want to achieve and wish upon a star and wish it was going to happen without doing the work. You sit around and cry, may sit around and cry and say, well, this doesn't work and that doesn't work, and it didn't work because you did not give it time. You did not put forth the continuous effort over time to let those habits form and to transform your future and transform your success and your goals. If it didn't happen, it's because you didn't put in the work. And I hate to tell you that, but it's the truth. You didn't put in the work because it didn't happen because you didn't put in the work. You created the big fat 0 habits. I mean, am I lying? You created the big fat 0 habits. If you did not reach the goal, it's because you gave up. Gave up on your habits. Okay? So number 2, stop thinking so negatively. You need to see whatever you're doing is going to improve your life. You've got to get that mindset that you need to see what you're doing is going to improve your life. The things that it's going to improve around you, within you, physically, mentally, emotionally, family life, work life. Don't be so quick to judge the path that you're on. Don't judge it. Do the work. Follow your habits. You have to give your constant efforts a chance. If you don't give yourself a chance, it's not going to work. A negative mindset is going to sabotage you every time. Every time. Look at the value effort you're putting in. Look at the value of that effort. Put that value on a scale. See how valuable it is for you and what it's going to do for you. What is it going to do for you mentally and physically? Put value on it. Give yourself some value. That's where it's at. Have the belief that what you're doing with your new habits is going to be part of your success. Believe in that. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you're putting forth. If you have the belief that it doesn't work and no belief in what you're doing, you're just, in the end, you're just going to end up in failure again. So you've got to believe in yourself and give it time. Stop the negative thinking. Understand it is why you've failed every time, because of the negative thinking. Look back at what you've tried to achieve. Weight loss is always a good topic to compare this to. I mean, why didn't it work? You were on there for a week on your nutrition plan, diet, fad, whatever it was, and it didn't work, so you gave up because you said it doesn't work. But you didn't give consistent time and create new habits in order for it to work. It's because you did not believe in what you were doing. So create that belief. Know that it's going to improve your life in the end. That's what I did, had to do with my PT test improvement and the struggle. I had to believe in the process that I created and the habits that I created that I was going to overcome. And the result was I dropped 50 pounds. I was killing it on PT test. I was hitting my 90 plus on each percent on each event, and I dropped 2 uniform sizes because of it. And now I feel better, I look better, I feel great. I was able to prepare myself for a struggle that I did not know was coming, which was cancer. And it gave me the opportunity to believe that I could overcome that too, because I believed in it. I put value in what I was doing. You don't ever want to become that which you despise. I mean, I did not want to be that negative Nelly, so to speak, and saying that it's not going to work for me. I knew it would work for me because, I was putting forth the effort and I was seeing the results. If you despise those who've created success around you and those that you look up to and want to be like, if you despise any of that, you're just not going to win in the end. You will never reach that type of success, as you negatively continue to criticize things like that. So be careful about the judgments that you create. And make sure that they do not consume you. Speak life into others. Say, hey, how'd you do that? I want to be like that. How'd you create that success? And say, man, that looks awesome. Let me see if I can figure that out. So, and just be careful of your judgments. Number 3, last piece. Work harder. Bottom line, work. That's what I was talking about the first of this. Work harder. Many people have these champagne dreams on a beer mindset. You talk about living champagne dreams on a beer budget, right? Same thing applies here. They've got these champagne dreams on a beer mindset. They just think too small. There's a point you have diminished returns, but also set yourself up for disappointment. Don't know if you know who this is, but Tony Robbins, who's a great motivator, speaker, businessman, entrepreneur, that he says that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. So fulfill yourself, believe in yourself, trust in what you're doing. Be sure that in the process of your hard work, do not sacrifice that which is important to you, your family, your friends, your ability to be happy. Do not sacrifice that. When it's time to work. Put in the effort, put in the value, constant effort, and create those habits and following those habits. When it's family time, put that work aside. I do struggle with that myself at times, but I've got to realize I've got to put my phone down and I've got to spend time with my kids and my family because they are so important to me. And I did not realize how important they were to me until I actually went through the struggle of cancer. So when it's time to work, don't do the things that keep you from working, right? Don't go out, clean the garage, wash the dog, go clean up the bedroom and vacuum. That's not part of your work time. I've had to figure out a way to plan out my day. And if you plan out your day and follow that, which is tough because I have a hard time planning my day, I promise you. But I figured out that that's one part of my life that I'm working on is I've got to plan it out. Block off time. Block off time for work, block off time for play, block off time for family. Because that family time is going to be the precious piece in the whole day. I promise you. Have aggressive goals that you want to achieve and believe in what you are setting. Create aggressiveness within your goals and what you're wanting to go for. If you do anything to push you towards success, you're going to end up finding it. Anything you do to push yourself towards success, you're going to find it. So there you go. There's my topics for the day. And I hope that this was of value to you today. And share this with somebody that could use it and could listen to it and could implement this into their lives and to where it could speak to them. I hope it spoke to you. I look forward to talking to you again soon, so take care.